Okay, guys, in this video, let's talk about rate of change. Now, imagine that a temperature is climbing. For example, in the morning at 9 a.m., the temperature was 65 degrees. And then maybe 2 hours later at 11 a.m., the temperature is now maybe 80 degrees. Now you're wondering how much is the temperature changing per hour? All you have to do is subtract the temperature, right? So 80 minus 65, and then divide by how many hours, which in this case would be 2 hours, right? And notice how the top is the difference in what we call the y values, right? Divided by the difference between the x values, which is 11 and 9. And this you may recognize as y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, which is the formula for the slope, right? So remember that. But slope now is going to have a different interpretation. This now is going to be the average rate of change. The formula, though, will be the same. Subtract the y values divided by subtract the x values. Also, in terms of the measurement, it's going to be always whatever the top is measured in. So in this case, for example, degrees Fahrenheit, and the top and the bottom is hours. So this would be degrees Fahrenheit per hour. Okay, so it's always like measurement of the top divided by measurement of the bottom. Now, let's look at this specific example. So here we are looking at the population. It says in 2015, the population is 26,400 people. But by 2018, the population grew to 31,800 people. What we want to know is what is the rate of change. Now, we're assuming this is linear, so we're assuming it's like a line, okay, which may or may not be a good estimate, but whatever. We're just assuming it's linear. Okay, so our slope is always going to be y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, and that's the same as the average rate of change. In this case, I'm going to take 31,800. I'm going to subtract 26,400 and divide by the difference in time. So 2018 subtract 2015. And that should give us the rate of change. Now, this should be a positive answer. If it's a positive answer, then it's going to grow. And I can see that it's going to be positive because it's definitely grew. So let's see by how much. Okay, so this looks like it's 1,800 people. And now the measurement. What's the top measured in? That's the people, right? Because that's the population. And the bottom is measured in years. So this should be people per year.